Hello again everyone, thanks for joining me here for another draft video. It's been a hot minute, and this is honestly not even the first time I've tried to record a draft video for Strixhaven. I did a draft yesterday. I had a few audio issues, but we're back. I figured out what the problem was. It was I was hitting the spacebar too much and muting my mic, because I'm an idiot. But we're here, we're back with this Billie Eilish character on the home screen, and we are going to dive straight into a best of one draft. I've been really enjoying this format. This is maybe my 7th go round at it, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So let's see what we crack. We got the gems. We're doing fine. Yesterday I drafted a really good blue-green Quandrix deck that I went 7 wins with. It was just a case of drawing lots of cards, putting lots of lands into play, playing like big like 7/7 fractal summonings, and then smashing with them. It was kind of awesome. So I'd be interested in doing something slightly different today. I'm hoping maybe some Witherbloom action or some Prismari action. I think blue and green are really strong colours in this format, so those kind of 3 guilds are centred very well. I've had some success with lower hold, but it's kind of quite a narrow deck, I find. You need the good cards to make it work, whereas a lot of blue and green's commons are just very strong on their own merits. Let's see what we crack. Okay. Tainted Pact. That is pretty much a no-go in Limited. This isn't going to... It's basically going to draw you maybe 1 card or something like that, and that's not really worth the effort. Hall of Oracles, however, is very strong. I've seen this do really good work. There's lots of ways to just play spells in this deck, in this format, and then put counters on your creatures at the cost of, you know, playing a Shimmering Grotto, which is not exactly a bad thing. Aside from that, Emergent Sequence is a good green card. Fixes your mana, makes you a creature. But yeah, this is a fairly easy Hall of Oracles here, I think. It keeps us nice and open to start with. I also like Pigment Storm. A couple of multicolour cards that are alright, but none that I'd be jazzed about first picking. Then we get Silverquill Silencer. This is an okay card. It's essentially a 2-mana 3/2 that I suppose you gamble on a removal spell that they might have, and if they have it, then it sucks when they cast it. It's okay. Nothing exciting. The next guest card is probably Killian Ink Duelist. 2/2 lifelink menace that makes your removal spells and pump spells cheaper, basically. He's pretty strong. I haven't had a go at Silverquill yet in this format, and that might be an opportunity to do so. I also like Spectacle Mage. It's a fine card, but definitely weaker than Killian off the bat. Pledge Mage is quite good. Grinning Ignis and Defiant Strike, not really anything to write home about. Let's take Killian. We'll not marry ourselves to our first couple picks, but he is a powerful card to kind of open a draft with. And then we can follow that up with Mage Hunter's Onslaught. I think that's a pretty good follow-up. It's just a straight removal spell. It's going to be cheaper when we have Killian out. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to not play that. Duress is fine in this format. There's a lot of powerful instants and sorceries and things you want to get rid of. Plumb the Forbidden I've actually seen be quite good, but it does require a bit of setup. You get to draw a bunch of cards basically off sacrificing maybe some pest tokens and things. But yeah, I don't see a reason to not just take the removal spell here. Secret Rendezvous is... Yeah, you don't want to make your opponent draw 3 cards in Limited. That's really bad. That's very, very bad. You don't want to do that. And here we've got... There's a Silverquill Campus. Expel is actually an okay removal spell, especially if you're in a kind of a defensive deck. Does just get rid of stuff. Humiliate is actually kind of interesting. Yeah, that could be the card here. It just, 2 mana to get rid of anything from their hand, and if you've got a creature out, you get a counter. That's pretty good, honestly. Symmetry Stage we don't want. Unwilling Ingredient is fine. Yeah, I think we'll take Humiliate here. Let's see. It looks like we're fairly strongly in Silverquill so far, so let's see what we get. Here, nothing outstanding. Arrogant Poet is fine. It's just an aggressive creature. Costs you some life. None of the red cards are exciting. Silverquill Campus. There's Grape Shot, which you can easily get to be like a Forked Bolt, like cast it for 2 storm count and deal 2 damage. Maybe 3 if you're lucky, but yeah, we're not really going to be there. I think I would take Arrogant Poet over Promising Dusk Mage. This is just an okay card, whereas this is always kind of going to be on. And Exhilarating Elocution is a powerful effect, but I think we'd rather, we can maybe wheel that. I've seen those go quite late. So we're in the aggressive Silver Quill deck so far, and I've not seen any reason really not to be. Stonebound Mentor is a fine card if you're lore hold. It's actually quite easy to get cards to leave your graveyard in that deck, and there are powerful things to do with it. This is not one of the more powerful ones, but it's a fine effect. Leech Fanatic has lifelink. Yeah, maybe we just take this. Maybe we just are the aggressive Silver Quill deck. Let's try and make that work. Definitely different to what I've played so far. And here we've got a Silver Quill Pledge Mage. Yeah, that's an exciting option. Either against Flying or Lifelink, both of which are really good. It's a shame there's some really good cards here. Mentor's Guidance and Academic Dispute are both really strong. I've had a lot of success with this card. It triggers a bunch of Magecraft stuff, which is great. And this is really cool. Just, can remove creatures if you set it up right. Can draw you a card. I think I'm going to take the Pledge Mage over the second Poet because we'd rather be in doing more powerful things. Now this is interesting because an Academic Dispute, I don't think we really want to splash, but I also really don't know if we want any of the other ones. Study Break's probably okay. If we're being the aggressive deck, this can, tap down some blockers, let us through, and if we pick up a lesson, then it can help us get that, an Inkwell and Inkling Summoning or something. Brackish Trudge, I actually think we're quite well set up to take advantage of, because we've got Leech Fanatic, Killian, Pledge Mage. Yeah, we can take advantage of that. The Silver Quill Campus is fine, but this is obviously, can be really powerful. Brick to Little, this was our opening pack. Brick to Little here. Take the Campus Guide, I guess, though. Don't really want it. Guiding Voice, I'll take that. That's an okay card. It's just, put a crit counter on a creature and essentially draw a card if you've got a lesson. Don't want any of these. So we've got 2 learn cards now, so I would be looking to pick up a couple of lessons. An Inkling Summoning or a... the Exhilarating Elocution came back. That's a good sign. That's an okay card. Makes a creature bigger. If we put that on Killian, turn him into a 4/4 Menace and Lifelink Menace, that's that's good. You can't really argue with that. Yeah. I mean, as far as aggressive Silver Quill decks go, I think we've got off to a decent start. We've got some strong 2-drops, some strong 3-drops, removal spell, couple of not combat tricks so much as just creature bumps. Okay, some good options here. Leonin Light Scribe, another 2/2 that just pumps your team for casting spells. For instance, let's say we play this and then play the Elocution, suddenly everything's getting +2/+2. That's pretty great. But Eliminate is also really good. That just kills a cheap creature. I think we might have to take this. Like, this is a powerful card, but, requires a bit of work, whereas this is just going to remove stuff, and that's fine. There's also Spiteful Squad, which I like. That's a pretty aggressive, pretty powerful card. Hard to remove an advantage. Trades for most things and gets you counters. Rise of Exodus is fine. Environmental Sciences is good, but not what we want to do. Yeah, I think we just got to take Eliminate here. Okay. Again, a couple of options. There's a Shine Shadow Snarl, which is just the white-black tap land. Check land thing. Dueling Coach puts a counter on a target creature and can double up our counters, basically, adds more counters. That seems alright. Team Pennant could be quite good. Yeah, I think we're going to take Dueling Coach. This is definitely the deck for it, if it's going to have a home. And here, we probably want... there's an Inkling Summoning. But I think we want Professor of Symbology, like... That's just a really good card. If we pick up some lessons, then it's going to help us just, get value out of them. There's a lot of good stuff in these packs, so hopefully maybe like the Spiteful Squads will wheel. Here I'm going to take the Inkling Summoning. That seems like the easy pick here. Alright, again, some good stuff coming round. Show of Confidence I've actually seen be very strong. Like, again, you do need to set it up, you do need to have some other spells, but let's say we play like Guiding Voice and then Show of Confidence. That just gives us 3+1/+1 counters and Vigilance for, 3 mana and 2 cards. That's not hard to do. Strict Proctor is okay. Doesn't really affect us. We don't have much that's into the battlefield effect apart from maybe Professor of Symbology. I'm going to hedge my bets on Show of Confidence. I think that's got enough blowout potential that it could be quite good. And here I think a Silver Quill Apprentice is just a really good shout. I'm passing all these Spiteful squads in the hope that some of them will come back around. There's also an Essence Infusion, which is a fine enough sort of bump spell. We're okay with playing sorcery speed ones, but I'd rather not. And Apprentice is just great. It's just gonna, it makes combat difficult for your opponent. Is a 2-drop. And here I think I'll probably take the Pledge Mage is fine, but I do have a few less learn cards, and I would like to have some more lessons. And Pest Summoning is going to do good for us. I think it works with our Brackish Trudge. We like gaining life, making some tokens. That seems fine. Oh, and here we'll take a Necrotic Fumes. I mean, this is just a removal spell in your sideboard. Yeah. This is an interesting deck. I mean, we do need a few more playables, but I'm not unhappy with any of the cards that are currently in my deck. Apart from maybe the Campus Guide. We do just have a bunch of 2-drops. Now here, this is interesting. Environmental Sciences is really good. But I don't know if it's what we want to do. Whereas something like Spiteful Squad is just going to, be excellent for us. It's just going to, trade for a big creature and make one of our other creatures bigger. So yeah, I think we have to take that. We don't really need the Sciences. Eager First Year or a Professor's Warning. I think I'd take the Professor's Warning here. Like, we have a bunch of 2-drops. Eager First Years we can pick up, and we want things to trigger Magecraft because we've now got Silver Quill Apprentice, the Pledge Mage. Like, for instance, just having a good combat trick. Like this, just, for instance, imagine using this on Spiteful Squad, with a Death Touch creature. It's okay. It's fine. Works with Dueling Coach. Works nicely with Show of Confidence. Star Pupil or Stonerise Spirit. I don't think we want the second Professor's Warning. Stonerise Spirit is okay. It can help us get some stuff through. And Star Pupil is just, if we draw that late, it really sucks. So yeah, I think we'll take Stonerise Spirit. And the second Spiteful Squad probably. Like, Divine Gambit can be strong, but it also can be really bad. And we don't have a million ways to get rid of stuff. Novice Dissector could actually be really good in this deck because we're going to end up with some, kind of outclassed 2-drops, and if the game goes long, and this is a way to kind of convert them into +1/+1 counters on our other things, putting them on Killian, for instance. Don't need any of those. What would I like? I'd like maybe 1 or 2 more removal spells. God's Willing, that's actually pretty good. That's just a cheap, combat trick, protection spell. What we'd be passing. Semester's End, yeah, it really isn't what we want. Like, it can buff your team, but it's also just, not that great. Defend the Campuses is alright, but we could pick up another one. Summoning we don't want. Expel is okay, but not where we want to be. Yeah, I think God's Willing is worth having. Kind of bricking a little bit here. Maybe another Guiding Voice. What did we have in our lesson wise? We've got the Inkling Summoning, the Pest Summoning, and the Necrotic Fumes. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it is just nice to put counters on stuff and make our creatures bigger. Okay, here's maybe some more stuff. Rise of Exodus is just a powerful late game removal spell. Flunk, actually Flunk is where we want to be. This just kills so much stuff. It's cheap. Triggers our Magecraft things. Yeah. Clever Luminamancer we might be set up to take advantage of, but we've got enough early creatures, and yeah, We just want more removal spells. We want to be able to put pressure on the board early and start smacking. What would I like? Maybe a couple of another Inkling Summoning, maybe, and a couple of maybe 3 and 4 drops, just to kind of, yeah, that would be good. We've got a lot of kind of little cheap cards here, and I'm not really sure which of them we're going to keep. Probably cutting the Campus Guide at this point. I don't see us playing that. 2 Spiteful Squad being our top end is kind of great. Yeah, this is definitely the aggressive Silver Quill deck. Containment Breach we're not going to play. I don't think we want the second Elocution. I think I'd take Leech Fanatic over that. Pest Summoning is... yeah... no, I don't think that's really what we want. We do have a few Learn cards now, but I think we just want more 2-drops. There's another one if we wanted it. I don't think we do. Maybe a Witherbloom Pledge Mage? Just as like a big creature. I mean, there's Introduction to Prophecy that we could maybe get if we just needed to draw some cards. But maybe that's what we want. Because we might just get stuck needing to, you know, draw some stuff. Now I'm interested in Dusk Mage, because we have a lot of ways to put counters on things, and, you know, turn that into a 3-4 that when it dies draw a card is just good. There's some excellent stuff coming past us here, you know, like Rutha, that's a really late Rutha. Molding Karok is good too. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Oh, there's Introduction to Annihilation. That's a great card to have in your kind of lesson board, because it does just remove anything. It's not perfect, you know, it will draw your opponent a card, but they play their big bomb and you cast this and you fetch it out and cast this, and they're just like, well, okay, I got my card, but my thing is dealt with, you know. It's nice to have. That's what I like about this format, is it's just, it feels good to be able to just pull stuff out of your sideboard, just to be like, yep, I got an answer for that, can deal with it. And it makes best of one really cool, in a way that best of one sometimes isn't. Like, I tend to steer away from playing best of 3 because, honestly, I do find the idea of sideboarding a little bit intimidating at times. And being able to just be like, oh, I don't need to sideboard, I can just cast Guiding Voice and get a removal spell out my sideboard. I mean, that's just great. Oh, Zephyr Boots. That's a cool pickup. Turns your creature into a flyer for quite cheap, and a looter, which this deck is going to want to get more gas. And Defend the Campus, that's fine, that's an okay spell. It's nice that it has the kind of the dual modes of being a Glorious Charge or Smite the Monstrous. You know, it does 2 things in one, like, because neither of those cards are particularly good on their own, but together it's really flexible and something you're quite happy to have. We're going to have to make a few cuts here. Probably going to cut Study Break. Probably going to cut... maybe Novice Dissector? I don't really know if we're going to need that kind of... We want to keep our deck low to the ground. We don't want to play Detention Vortex. Like, this is the only deck that could maybe take advantage of it, the fact that we're going to be fast. But, yeah. We're not about to play it if we can help it. We can maybe get away with 16 lands in this deck, because our curve is so low. Like, we have, what? 4, we top out of 4, and we have a bazillion 1 and 2, like 2 and 3 drops. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2 drops. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take the second one, although I don't think we're going to play that. Bunch of 2 drops. Well, there's the Pledge Mage if we want a 5 drop. Though I don't think we will. I'm probably going to lose Professor's Warning here. Just because... yeah, I don't think it's what we want. Like, it's not such a good combat trick that it's really what we need. Maybe. I don't know. Let's have a look. We're going to have to make some cuts. So, God's Willing I'd like to keep. That is a good combat trick. It does a lot of work. Professor's Warning kind of does the same thing. Yeah. So what learn cards do we have? We've got Symbology. Symbology and Guiding Voice are our lesson cards. And we have some good lessons, like we've got an Inkling Summoning, we've got Pest Summoning, we've got Introduction to Annihilation and Necrotic Fumes. You know, we've got stuff that we want out of our lesson board. So I'm wanting to keep these Guiding Voices. They also are just good. Like, they make Silverquill Apprentice really great. For instance, they make Killian good. Just like turn 3, play Killian, put a counter on him, go. Yeah. We've got removal spells, we've got Eliminate, we've got Flunk, we've got Mage Hunter's Onslaught. So by that merit, we probably don't need Defend the Campus. And we can also probably cut Professor's Warning. Show of Confidence I'm just into. Like, it could just be really good. It could just blow out. We may end up swapping it for the Professor's Warning or something, you know, just if it doesn't perform. Yeah, I think this deck's really interesting. It's definitely different to all the other decks I've played so far in the format. But we've got a lot of powerful stuff, and we've got a lot of removal. We've got some good ways to get creatures through. A lot of creatures to attack with. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is interesting. Let's give it a go. Here we are for round 1, and honestly, not an amazing start. The fact we don't have a white source is a problem. But we do have Leech Fanatic into Silverquill Pledge Mage, so... And if we draw a white source, we can cast Dueling Coach, we can cast Apprentice. So yeah, I'm okay with this. We can see what happens. And we're on the play, which is good. Oh, opponent also on Silverquill. Let's see how this goes. Having the campus is good, because, you know, that turns your late game into a little bit of a... Oh, Leoning Light Scribe. That's a powerful effect. We are going to definitely offer the attack on that. Just play the Pledge Mage. I'll probably offer the trade here if he goes for it. Because that's a card that's worth getting rid of. Oh, he's just not attacking. Okay, sure. In that case, then, I'm just going to keep beating. We're driving here. There's no sense in not. Okay, sure. Sure. Can I block? Yeah. Alright, sure. That's fine. Novice Dissector. Okay. Yeah, I can't really attack. I mean, we don't want to trade both these for the Novice Dissector, so... Yeah, not going to do that, I don't think. Let's hope we can maybe draw a spell. Maybe like Eliminate or something, or a cheap removal spell to take out the Dissector. That's bad. This is where my kind of all small creatures is going to bite me a little bit, I think. You see, there's Eliminate, which we actually can't cast on either of their creatures, which is a real problem now I think about it. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to have to pass here. If they play something, we'll Eliminate and then Show of Confidence to just get some counters on these guys. I don't want to trade both these guys for the Pledge Mage. That just seems bad to me. Come on, play a cheap creature I can kill. Yeah! Yeah! That's fine. Oh, the Pledge Mage, I'll kill that. Oh, and Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Okay, well that makes my life a little bit easier, because now I can go eliminate, kill the Pledge Mage. Make you a 3-2, I guess. Show of confidence. Put a counter on you. Put a counter on you. Oh no, that's the +1/+0. And target creature with the copy of Show of Confidence. Oh, this is confusing. Oh man. So many triggers. So we cast 2 copies and we're putting 2 counters down. Yes. I'm not going to attack here because I don't particularly want to trade either of these guys now for the Dissector. And I want to be able to, you know, I can start using the Dueling Coach's ability to make these guys bigger. And I'm going to soak 5 here because we've got a load of ways to gain life. We can kill it with the Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Yeah, that's alright. Don't really mind that. Yeah, this is... Yeah, we're in a tight spot, but I think we've got the tools to get out of it. So we're going to Mage Hunter's Onslaught to kill the... I could play Killian and make this cheaper, but it doesn't really matter. Because right now we're just going to do that. Kill the Pledge Mage. What have they got? If they've got like Professor's Warning, I'll be really annoyed. Oh, no. That's annoying. Okay, sure. Play Killian. I think now I will attack with the Apprentice. No. No. So we're both top decking, which is a bit of a bummer, and he's got the Campus, which can let him scry, hunt for specimens. Oh no, he's going to pull something out of his sideboard. So what do we need to do? We need to draw like... Flunk. Oh, Necrotic Fumes. So what are they going to do? They're going to kill... I think I will double block the Pledge Mage now if they attack. Question is, what are they going to kill? They're probably going to kill the Dueling Coach, right? He seems like the most threatening thing. Yeah, yeah. Exiling the Pest. Yep. Do I want to double block to kill the Pledge Mage? Not really, but I kind of have to. Oh, no, I just can't. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do that, obviously. Ugh. Yeah, we're pretty toast here. I'm going to have to chump it next turn. This is not ideal. We could draw like Spiteful Squad, and that could trade with it. We can put some counters on the Apprentice. Jumping with Killian because he can gain me some life at least. But drawing a Swamp does not help. Yeah, we're pretty much dead. We are pretty much just dead. It's a shame. I'm not going to block in the hope that I get the thingy, the, what do you call it, Spiteful Squad. And I don't. And that's that. Very good game. Oh well, not a great first outing for this deck, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, see you in the next round. Alrighty, let's give it another go. This is an okay opening hand. We've got some good stuff. Plenty of 2-drops. Brackish Trudge. Professor of Symbology to just go fetch us probably an Inkling summoning right away. I'm probably going to lead with Leech Fanatic though, just to see. Although it depends. If we draw a third land, then maybe that'll change our tune. Because right now I'm interested in going Leech Fanatic into Brackish Trudge. There's Flunk, that's a pretty good draw. Like, Symbology is fine, but the advantage of Learn is being able to pull one of your sideboardy cards out. We don't really need Inkling Summoning right now, you know? We've got 3-drops and 4-drops. See, there's a land, so let's just attack. Brackish Trudge. Interesting. Opponent is on Mardu so far. Now, here's the thing. Do we want to just attack, trade the Brackish Trudge for the Inkling Summoning? Yeah, honestly, I kind of do, because there's no reason to worry about Brackish Trudge. We have so many ways to gain life. We can... Yeah, let's just go. I'll probably then just play the Spiteful Squad. It's kind of good to have that ready to go. Like, that Inkling Summoning was going to do me some damage, and we can easily get the Brackish Trudge back. Like, I could just get it back now and play Stonerise Spirit if that's what I wanted to do. And I might do that just because, you know, does the thing. Like, getting the Spiteful Squad down is good, but we can do that next turn if we need to. Whereas next turn, if we draw a land, we can play Brackish Trudge again, Professor of Symbology, and go to town. Again, I'm holding off on the Symbology in case they play something that's I need to fetch, you know, Introduction to Annihilation for. I'm not going to block there. No point walking into a stupid trick for the sake of 1 damage. Okay, you see, now I can do this. So we are just going to attack. I might even just leave like Flunk up or something. Like, I feel like we're putting enough pressure on our opponent that we don't need to worry about fetching up, you know, a Pest Summoning or an Inkling Summoning just to be another creature. And I'd rather wait. Because I could play something here that I want to flunk. So they play a land and then they play a creature and we could kill a 3/3. Sure. I mean, fine. See if I care. Okay, so we didn't... I wasn't going to flunk the doodad there, which, you know, is what it is. Send both these guys in just now. So if they've got some kind of trick here, I'm just going to flunk the Stonerise Spirit rather than potentially really lose my Brackish Trudge. Yeah, because now we get to kill this before Make Your Mark resolves. And deny them their Spirit token, which is handy. And Spiteful Squad I'm just going to start sending in. Like, unless, you know, because if it dies, I can put the counters on the Stonerise Spirit, then I've got a 3/4 flyer, and that's pretty good. Have we seen why they were Mardu yet? Rip Apart. Yeah. I mean, that's a splashable card. I mean, it's, you know, essentially Volcanic Hammer or whatever. Ooh, Spectre of the Fens. That's pretty cool. Lorehold Excavation is not very cool, honestly. It really doesn't do that much. I think I'm just going to attack with both these guys. Because if they want to trade the Brackish Trudge for the Spectre, fine. If they want to trade it for the Spiteful Squad, even better. So I can't get it back right away, but yeah. Now we're going to play the Professor. And we are just going to fetch up. I might actually fetch up... See, Inkling Summoning... do I really need Inkling Summoning? Not really. Let's grab... Necrotic Fumes, because it is just nice to be like, yeah, I've got a removal spell for anything you want, so deal with that. I was thinking about the Pests as maybe a source of life gain to get the Brackish Trudge back, but we don't need the Brackish Trudge to win this game. There's other stuff we can draw. I'm seriously thinking about cutting a land. Like, I've been drawing a lot of lands in this deck, and I really don't need them that much. Like, we literally top out at 4. We can play 16 lands. Okay, well that's, you know, not exciting. Ooh, Killian. Nice. Currently the Professor of Symbology is the prime Necrotic Fumes target. Yeah, sure. Ooh, hello. I mean, that's a good card. In that I'm gonna kill it and it's gonna draw them a card. Or am I even gonna kill it? Am I even going to kill it? Or am I just going to... I've got 7 mana, so I can make the Spiteful Squad fly. I can play that. Zephyr Boots the Spiteful Squad. Make the Professor fly. And then just attack for 5. Yeah. Yep, now you got to kill every single one of my creatures, or you're dead. And you have 1 card with which to do it. Nope, didn't think so. Okay, that was a much better showing by this deck. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to cut a land, so let's go have a look at that now, before we move on. Just drawing lands in this deck kind of stinks. We don't have that much to do with our mana, we need gas. And, I mean, that's the aggressive deck's kind of credence, isn't it? So let's see what we can cut, what we can add. So let's cut white, wait, black, wait. I think I'm going to cut a swamp. Just because I've found myself stuck on white more often than black, and that's just, you know, my brain. And what we're going to add in is probably just Study Break. Yeah, I think maybe just Study Break. That's going to do the things we want to do, which is tap down let our guys get through. It's going to tap down our opponent's creatures, let our guys attack, fetch up a card from the sideboard. Yeah, I think that's what we want. I mean, what are our other options? Defend the Campus is okay. It's another removal spell, but we've got 1, 2, 3 removal spells plus 2 in the board, which Learn essentially doubles as. Like, Learn is a copy of Necrotic Fumes and Intro to Annihilation. There's Dissector, which, again, if we're taking a land out, we don't want to start adding things to our top end. Same with the second copy of Exhilarating Elocution. Yeah, there's Professor's Warning, but, like, do we really need a combat trick over something that's going to, you know, get our creatures through, draw us a card? Yeah, I think that's the right choice. We haven't put sleeves on. We better do that. War of the Spark? Or Japanese Liliana? Fibblethip. And we actually haven't fixed our lands. I know there's a way that you can set it to have default lands for your decks, so I maybe need to look into that. Yeah. 7 swamps. We haven't drawn our Hall of Oracles yet. That would be a nice thing to draw. Okay. Shipping it back. Yeah, if there's one thing I worry about in this deck, it's the kind of running out of gas. So cutting a land, adding in a card that, you know, at its worst can cycle for 2 mana, you know, pitch it, get an Inkling summoning, you know, that's good. That's a good card. Learn is a really powerful mechanic. Like, it does a lot. And it's very cool for limited because it does the thing that you want your limited deck, your cards in limited to do, which is kind of fill multiple roles and keep the game going. Like, even if you don't have anything in our sideboard, they can just rummage. This is icky. If we draw planes, we're in good shape, but if we don't, we're in real trouble. We can at least play it as Zephyr Boots. So yeah, I'm going to keep this, because there's plenty of things we could draw that we could play. Like Eliminate if our opponent gets out the gate. That's not really what we want. If we draw white here, we're probably just going to play Killian. Doesn't bode well, doesn't bode well. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. This was maybe a greedy keep. Oh no. Punished for my cutting a land, and it wasn't even the plains that I cut. It was a swamp. Okay, well there's Brackish Trudge. We've at least got a creature. Admittedly a tapped creature, but a creature. Next turn we can, what, put Zephyr Boots on him? Opponent is on Teamer. Teamer Squirrels. If we draw white, we are off to the races, because we can Zephyr Boots, attack with the Brackish Trudge, and have God's Willing up ready to go. And if they don't block, then play like Killian. Dream Strix, that's kind of cool. We have a lot of ways to kill that, because we can just God's Willing it. There's a plane. So let's equip the Zephyr Boots to the Brackish Trudge. Attack with the Brackish Trudge. And I'll trade them off if that's what they want to do. They do not. And here we're just going to discard probably just... we don't really have time to do Humiliate. So we can pitch that and play Killian. Okay, cool. I'd still like to draw another plains. I'm gonna tap the Trudge maybe? Yeah, lock it down. Okay, well that's fine. Do I just want to trade this Killian for the Scoured Colony? Maybe. No, Killian's too good. Killian is too good. Because now we are going to attack with him. Give him Pro Blue. I don't really need an Arrogant Poet. I need a Plains. Get a bit of life back. Leech Fanatic. in turn. If we play the Stonerise Spirit, we can actually just kill the Dream Strix, because we can just kill a card from hand and target that, give it flying. So if we draw another land next turn, that's what we will do, I think, is play the Stonerise Spirit, kill the Dream Strix. Here I'm just going to trade them. Biomathematician, I mean that's a card. So we didn't draw a card, draw a land. So what I'm probably going to do here is just... Do I just kill the Dream Strix? Do I just Guiding Voice? Kill the Dream Strix? No, no. We're going to pass. And on their turn, we're going to use Study Break to kill the Dream Strix, tap the Frost Trickster. And learn to get a... Probably just get an Inkling Summoning, because it's at least something we can cast. Trade it for the Trickster. Yeah, this deck's really put the pressure on us. The fact that we didn't draw any lands that we could cast all of our white spells with is a real bummer. But we are stabilizing a little bit, somehow, at 6 life. Oh, that's annoying. We are just going to tap down you. Kill the Dream Strix. Like, they get their card, which is annoying, but, you know. Cannot let them keep running rampant with a 3/2 flyer. That just isn't going to work. And we will get an Inkling Summoning, I think. It's a card we can cast. And we don't mind trading the Brackish Trudge for the Maelstrom Muse, and we don't mind trading the Inkling Summoning for the Frost Trickster, and we can put a counter on Killian and just, yeah, generally feel okay about life. So, what have we got now? We've got 6 mana. Inkling Summoning, Guiding Voice, Stonerise Spirit? Yeah, okay. Inkling Summoning, Guiding Voice on Killian. And now we will draw a Pest Summoning. Stonerise Spirit. Cool. And no attacks still. Right, now they don't really have good attacks. Provided they don't do something awesome. They've got an Elemental Summoning, which we don't care that much about. Okay, this is... We're, again, stabilizing a little bit. Though, I mean, there's so much that they could draw that would be good. But they're deep in the tank, so there's obviously no obvious plays. We're probably going to put the counter for our dueling... Oh, they're just coming in. Okay. I mean, they could have one of these big Prismari spells. Now, that suck. They really suck. Like, they are no joke at all. They've got something. Explosive. Oh, that's grim. Ugh. Okay, well, that's really bad. Now we've got to chump them. We've got to eat the Frost Trickster and... Do we need to chump? No, we don't. We don't need to chump just yet. Because we can cast... Now we can cast both our things. We can cast Dueling Coach, putting a counter on the Stonerise Spirit, and then Pest Summoning. But yeah, it's not great. It's not looking amazing. Those big spells are such a pain, and they're so castable in this format. So castable. Or we're dead. Yeah, I mean, that'll kill us. Oh, yeah, that'll teach me not to have greedy 3-land, 1-color keeps. Okay, let's keep it going. Alrighty then, here we are, clinging on for dear life. Again, a 1-mana hand in terms of colours, but lots of 2-drops, including ones that we can play. Stonerise Spirit. We draw 1 black, we're in really good shape. So let's do it. Let's just gamble. And lead with Hall of Oracles as a power play. And even if we draw like another planes, we can use the Hall of Oracles to then like get us off the ground in terms of playing our other 2-drops. Another Mardu opponent, huh? Here we're going to play Professor. And get an introduction to Prophecy, I think, because it may be that we just need to draw some cards. And also, you know, casting spells is good because it lets us put counters on things. Like, this doesn't cost any mana, you just have to do it. It costs some mana in terms of, I suppose, in the sense that you need to have the land untapped, so we would need to have like 4 mana. Ooh, cool. Well, alright, I guess this is a play. Why is our deck punishing us like this? I'm going to keep pecking with the Stonerise Spirit because there's no reason to not. Why does our deck hate us so? Like, it shouldn't be too much to ask that we get 3 lands. This is karma, considering, like, all of the games I played yesterday with that Quandrix deck, I had fully, you know, I didn't play a game where I had less than, like, 8 lands in play by the end of it. Okay, well, there's a plains. So here we are going to, I think, play... Do we just play Introduction to Prophecy and dig for our 4th land? No, that doesn't seem great. We need to put stuff on the board. Put Killian down. So at the very least we can like double block to kill the Glyph Weather or something, you know, something stupid like that. Like Combat Professor, that's a real card. Like, even on its own, it's attacking as a 3/3 Flying Vigilance for 4 mana. Like, that's strong. That's a really good card. Alright, I'm gonna trade Symbology for the Apprentice here. Come on, what have you got? Sacrifice a creature. Okay, well, I'm just going to sacrifice the Stonerise Spirit, I guess. Which I don't love doing, but... The reason I'm doing that is because at the end of the day, I can... If I get some stuff going, I can block the flyer with the Zephyr Boots. Really? Really? Ugh. That's gross. I think we're going to lose this game. But we're not giving up just yet. Although there's another bloody plains. Let's dig. We need a swamp. We don't have time to do Humiliate, so we're not going to bother drawing that. But we do need a swamp. Now we can tap this to at least put a counter on Killian. Because we're not dead, and if we can cast Elocution, for instance, we can make him into a 5/5 and get some life back, you know? So what we could do is if we play this, then we'll have 5 mana. We could cast Elocution for 2. What are we on here? We're taking 8. No blocks. I'm going to risk it. So we need the swamp. Cast Elocution. Play Leech Fanatic maybe, or do we just put a counter on? Put a counter on him and give him flying. So if they kill Killian, we're done. But if we don't, they're attacking next turn for 8. Well, no, it'll be attacking for essentially... We're going to block the Combat Professor and they're going to attack for like 6 or something. So yeah, if they don't kill Killian right now, we're not dead, but we're not in great shape. But we do now have a 6/6 lifelink Menace Flyer, so, you know, that's as good a shape as you can really be in Limited. It's just that I happen to be at 2 life and only need one mana of the colour that I need. Oh, yeah, no, we're done. Oh well, that was a game. Yeah. Shame. Oh well, can't win them all. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll probably do another one of these in quick succession, given how quickly this one went down the pan. But yeah, thanks for joining, and I'll see you soon.